What's going on, everybody? It's Blackjack. Welcome back to Crystalline. The next day, Leanna and I get up bright and early. We decide to practice sparring before the others wake up. Oh, hi. Our swords clash with a score of heavy blows. Leanna forces me backwards with a huge grin on her face. I'm breathing hard and struggling to keep up as my brows knit in concentration. Maybe I should do a quick save here. I'm already quick saving. What was I gonna go back 2 lines? Leanna sweeps my blade and comes back around, but I swing in time to deflect it. Her face brightens and she seems pleasantly surprised.
Wow, that's great! You're getting much better.
Oh, great, you're kicking my ass. But sure, just rub it in that I'm getting better. Really? Leanna's grin turns devilish.
Hi-ya!
She lunges and I let out a sharp cry, barely raising my sword in time. She could have killed me. Her movements quicken as she strikes harder. I struggle to keep up, and I manage to hold my own. Ultimately, Leanna's final move knocks me to the ground. I groan, blinking up at the sky. It's hard to breathe with the wind knocked out of me. Are spars always going to end like this? Leanna's face appears over mine. She smiles brightly.
That was so much better.
I guess it was great for you. I lost yet again, though. I guess you always come out on top.
This time. But you're getting stronger and stronger every time.
Felt like the weirdest wink ever because it felt like I was trying to blink with both eyes. It's probably really awkward. Anyway, that cheers me up a little. It shouldn't. Leanna extends her hand and helps me up.
Let's switch gears. You've been doing really well with sparring, so we should practice your magic training. You need to learn to refine your cast.
How about we don't? I know she's right, so I nod. God damn it. I'm feeling more confident about it now that I know I can cast. I think back on the countless previous training sessions and the frustrations that came with it. Even though I know I still have much to learn before I reach anywhere near Leanna's level, I'm just glad to be past those early stages. Well, that is true.
Alright, practice channeling your energy through your manipulator. And this time, keep your focus on where you want to cast.
Float the pongo, focus on a rock. Skirts and updrafts go perfectly to avoid a vey ever, yes. An idea pops into my head. I smirk before closing my eyes.
Good. Keep focusing.
Done. A tingling wave of energy flows out of my manipulator. My eyes fly open. I aim for Leanna, the energy springing out of my fingertips. She's happy about it. That's good news. A gust of wind swooshes up her skirt. I imagine that face isn't going to stay that way for long. Leanna squeaks and shoves her skirt back down, her face bright red.
Hey! What do you think you're doing?
I'm casting magic, duh. What? I was trying to levitate the rocks? I glance around for a suitable object. Grass. Oh, come on. You can't just go for the rocks? Leanna arches an eyebrow and crosses her arms, clearly unconvinced. You said levitate the grass. How the fuck did you plan to do that?
Try again. Actually aim for the rock this time, since you clearly have some level of accuracy over your cast.
No I don't. Have you ever seen me... Actually, you would never ever see me use... Never mind. Oops, I guess you knew I was lying. Leanna looks around and points at a large rock.
Try again on this rock.
Oh, back to normal, I say. I take a deep breath, clearing my mind, and cast again. As usual, a solid gust of wind bursts forth, and I steadily float the rock in midair. I think floating the pongo would have been funny. Leanna claps her hands together, a wide grin on her face.
Yes, that's it.
Hey, I'm doing it!
Really?
No, maybe I can levitate you. The pongo glances at the floating rock curiously. Don't you? In one motion, he jumps right onto the rock. Now it's gonna fall on the ground. The movement startles me and the rock jolts in midair. And now get wrecked as you fall off the rock. The pongo wobbles precariously, and I can feel the nerves set in again as I fight to steady the rock.
It's okay. Don't panic. Just keep your focus. Try to float them towards you.
I don't want it towards me. Can I float it away from me? Alright, it's just heavier now, so I had to adjust my energy output. I breathe in and out and refocus. The rock stops swaying.
Good. Keep going.
Alright, fine. Coming closer. A strong breeze whips around the pongo, keeping him in place. I close my eyes and picture him floating closer.
You got this.
I open my eyes. The rock with the pongo floats closer and closer. A huge grin blooms across my face. It's working! The pongo jumps from the rock onto my head, of course. As soon as the pongo touches me, I lose concentration and drop the rock. I bet you're happy. Leanna giggles.
Great job!
Thank you. Get off my head. The pongo wiggles on top of my head. Thanks for being a good sport. Leanna giggles as I pat the pongo.
I I think that's enough training for today. You've made great progress.
Thanks. I can feel the fatigue start to set in, and I'm grateful for Leanna. Grateful to Leanna for ending the session.
Let's go rejoin the group.
Okay. Yeah, they should all be awake by now, I think. Leanna nods, and the three of us return to camp. As I predicted, everyone else is awake and even have breakfast prepared. Alrighty, what do we got for breakfast? Wakey, eggs and bakey? After we eat and clean up camp, I don't even get to know what I eat. Come on, it's breakfast. It's the most important meal of the day. I always skip it. We resume our journey. Maybe that's why I'm cranky all the fucking time. After a couple of days' travel, we continued to journey along the path when I noticed thick clouds darken the sky. Uh-oh. Kara and Leanna cast worried glances above a loud crack of thunder roils above.
This does not look promising.
No, it doesn't. Whatever shall we do?
Find shelter.
Oh.
We don't want to be caught in this storm.
Alright, well, thanks for answering that question, Zach. Amelia cross-references where we are with Elder Isim's notes.
We are still quite a ways from Ellendale.
Who?
Then we'd better stop at the next city we see.
Oh, right. Ellendale is where... Right. The air.
I think I have an idea of where we are. If I recall correctly, Wolfston should only be a few hours' travel. We can stop there.
Wolfston! Sounds like a great place to be. Alright, I guess we're going there anyway. Once agreed, we pick up the pace to combat the strengthening wind whipping at us to make our course for Wolfston. Eventually, we see the tall towers of Wolfston. We shuffle through the city gates, casting worried glances at the ominous sky. The turbulent clouds don't look any less threatening. People keep their heads down as they push past each other on the streets. They must be looking for shelter from the storm. Yeah, Wolfston. Looks like a great place to be right now. We're gonna get mugged or robbed or something, aren't we? I looked at the surrounding buildings. Most of the storefronts was blend into each other as if trying to stay as inconspicuous as possible. As we travel deeper into the town, a few opulent buildings loom in the sky. I guess that's where the better half lives. Leanna shifts uncontrollably.
Is it just me, or are people staring at us?
I mean, if some just, like, blonde girl in a white dress and, like, overly, it's not the word I'm looking for, but I'm gonna just go with flamboyant. I mean, come on. You look like you're straight out of, like, a royal kingdom or something. Looking around, I notice all the furtive glances towards Leanna. Keep your eyes off my woman. As people give us a wide berth in passing.
No. They're staring at you.
I mean, to be fair, I stare at her all the time, too, I guess. Zach's comment seems to make her even more anxious. Try to keep her hidden. Who wouldn't stare? She should ignore them. Nah, too protective. Who can blame them? I too cast her an appreciative once-over. Leanna frowns and crosses her arms. That didn't seem to help ease her nerves. I might have made her feel even more uncomfortable. Oh, whoa, what just happened?
What kind of town Wolfston is? It's no surprise everyone is staring at her.
Ah, so Kara is also being stared at too and doesn't mind. I give Kara a questioning look. What sort of town is it?
Let's just say that what happens in Wolfston stays in Wolfston.
We're gonna get. I mean, like, you two are like you two are gonna need some help. Leanna covers the sigil on her manipulator with one hand.
Maybe this isn't the best place for me to be advertising that I'm a part of the Mage Guild.
Wait, that's what they're getting at? Oh. I thought it was that they're, like, really attractive. Huh. So what's that thing about what happens in Wolfston stays in whatever, I don't know. When in Rome. Or when in Wolfston. Zach nods.
Agreed. You're making them nervous.
The stairs remind me of when I first arrived in Meadow Hill. Should we find you a change of clothes to blend in more? Kara and new clothes. Kara. Wow. Tells you where my brain's at. Leanna in new clothes. That should definitely be a thing.
That is a satisfactory suggestion, but perhaps it should be executed without the presence of Leanna. The longer she is in the streets, the more attention she draws.
Yeah, let's not work the streets for too long there.
Good point. Let's hurry up and find the inn. Leanna can stay there, and I'll help her find a more suitable outfit.
Kara, I'm on to you, and I appreciate what I think you're about to do. A1 steak sauce. Alright. As the winds pick up, more people creep out of the shadowed alleyways as they seek shelter. I instinctively check my pocket. Something about this place has me on edge. Leanna is equally anxious. While Amy's expression doesn't change, she does seem more alert than usual. Only Zack and Kara seem unaffected. Before long, we reach the end. I let out relieved breath as the fire crackling in the hearth warms me. Kara and Zack go to secure us rooms and food as the rest of us sit down in a secluded back corner. Although the lobby is full of people, it's more quiet than the other inns we frequented. Most patrons drink alone, and those in groups murmur softly, trying not to draw attention to themselves. We aroused a few curious glances when we walked in, but once we shuffled out of sight, people relaxed and forgot about us. The silence grows stifling as both Leanna and Amelia wait for the rest of the group to come back. As I'm wondering if I should say anything, Leanna addresses Amy.
There's something that I've been wondering since Hearth Point, but I haven't had a chance to ask.
You're how old again? Because I'm positive you're 14. Amy shifts her attention to Leanna.
Your mother mentioned that it's taken you a while to get a field study approved.
Oh, school shit. Okay, whatever.
Yes, that is correct. I understand that such things take time as professors want to ensure the study is a proper fit for the student. But I will admit that I am beginning to become impatient.
She sighs.
Was the process for your field study equally taxing?
Goody Two Shoes over here? Doubt it. Leanna shakes her head.
No, I actually got the first one I applied for.
See, told you. Amy blinks and her eyes grow wide. God, wow, holy shit, they really did.
You were accepted upon your first application?
That definitely happened. Fuck, what did I just do? Why did I do that?
Yeah.
She stares at Leanna.
Maybe the process is different for Mage Knights and Mage Casters.
Nope. You know what? I think I know the reason why. 'Cause you're 14. You too young, girl, for a lot of things, including going on field studies.
Amy?
I do not understand.
You too young, girl. You too young, girl. Don't waste your time trying to go on field studies when you're too young.
I have completed all the prerequisites necessary to apply for a field study. I have even attended supplementary training to increase my potential for the selection. For all intents and purposes, I should be the most ideal candidate for the mandatory field study.
Is it just your professor's recommendation that you need?
Correct, but I have been repeatedly told that the field study is not a good fit for me.
'Cause you're 14. Leanna rests her head in her hand as she thinks. I mean, it's the same thing. I mean, this is easy for me because it's like I could have skipped like 3 grades and I only skipped 1, but I could have skipped 3. And instead what happened is that they thought it would be socially bad for me and socially very awkward for me to be in like 6th grade at... How old was I then? Shit, like 7? Yeah, terrible idea. I would have graduated from high school at like 14. No, it would have been awful for me in high school. And now look where all that's got me. So smart, and yet here I am. I'm like, what do you want to be in life? I want to make videos and entertain people. Fuck me.
Do you think it has something to do with your age?
Yes, I think it has everything to do with that. Amy frowns.
My age should not be an eligibility factor. I have proven myself to be capable enough to study as a mage caster.
Yeah, but too bad.
This is pretty strange. And they haven't given you a specific reason why you keep getting declined?
Of course they haven't. Amelia shakes her head.
I am quite perplexed by the situation, especially now that I understand my difficulties are not standard.
It's because you're like 15. I can feel the frustration behind her words. It sounds like the Academy has it out for her, and I think she's only just started to realize that she's being treated differently. Really? It took you this long? You should talk to your professors. I think it's an age issue. I legitimately think that. I'm not so convinced they aren't treating you differently based on your age.
How do you reach that conclusion?
You're like 15. Well, they're being vague about their reasons for rejection. I still can't remember if she's 14 or 15, whichever one, I don't care. Which sounds like to me they don't have a good reason other than they don't think you're ready to go out on your own.
How can I prepare to be independent unless I am given the opportunity to venture out independently?
Listen, it's not that I disagree with you, it's just I'm telling you that's their reasoning. You feel me? Feel me? Feel me? Feel me? That's a valid point, a common dilemma where I come from too. I'm not saying I agree with what they're doing, but Whoa! Predictive text blackjack does it yet again. Holy fuck. It's almost word for word. But this is what I think is happening. Amy looks pensive as the conversation dies down. That was scary as shit. That was legit nearly word for word what I said. Kara and Zach soon return with bowls of food, which we quickly eat. As we push our empty bowls away, Kara drops a key into Leanna's hand.
Okay, so here's a key to our room. You can go upstairs and lay low for the rest of the night. I'll go check the shops and grab an outfit for you.
Yeah, you do that, Kara. She winks at Leanna. See, I know. Whoa, hi. Did you just wink and then blink one eye? That's weird. How did you do that?
Don't worry, it'll still be cute.
Zach silently hands me a key for our room. Good news. What about the storm?
Oh, I'll be okay. Zach will come with me.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because, I mean, okay, fine. You two do whatever you want to do. Zach crosses his arms.
I didn't agree to this.
Then too bad. She's going to drag you along anyway. Kara feigns hurt. Also, it's Kara. Come on. Did she really have to drag you along for this?
You mean to say that you would let a young woman venture outside into the storm in the middle of the night in a dangerous city all on her own?
Okay, yeah, she's full of shit. But still, really? Come on, dude. Zach's eyebrow twitches, but he tries to remain steadfast.
Guilt tripping me won't work.
Who knows what sort of ruffians are walking the streets as late? If they were to get the jump on me,
you know what? I still wouldn't fall for that one either. It's just like, come on. There's an easy way to get to, at least to me. For Zach, it's just like, who the fuck knows?
Okay, fine. I'll go with you. Jeez.
He pushes himself to his feet. Kara grins wildly.
I knew you'd come around.
Yeah, of course, a good old squall here would come around.
I'm only doing this so you can't blame anything on me later.
Kara smiles and drags Zach with her as they head towards the door.
We'll be back soon.
Oh, I bet you will. I'll just be in my room by myself. We watch them exit in silence.
Well, I'm gonna call it a
Yeah,
night.
you have fun doing that.
As will
Hey,
I.
yeah, you too. It's getting pretty late, and the thought of a bed is very tempting after having to camp out for so many nights. I think I'll turn it in too. Together we head upstairs and then split into our separate rooms. I relax on my bed for a while, enjoying the peacefulness of the night as I wake to fall asleep. The Pongo mysteriously emerges from somewhere and hops into my bed. He bounces over and leans against me, before finding a comfortable spot on my bed to sleep. I'm not sure how much time passes, but I eventually hear Zach return to the room. Wow, you stayed up to really make sure he got back. And go to bed. I fall asleep not too long after. Feels like a bit of a short episode, but I still think this is probably a good place to stop now that I can see how much text is scrolled across the screen. So we'll take a break here. Thank you all so much for watching today. If you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe down below. Leave a comment on what you thought about today's video, and if you like the content that you've seen today, leave a thumbs up. I don't know if it actually helps me or anything, or if it gets more people to see, but I like the idea of a number going up. Do you like numbers going up? I'm not charging you to do it. It's free. You can do it of your own choice. Just click that button down there. It's fun, I promise. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Goodbye. Good night.